Hello, my name's Linda, an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator, and welcome to 12 Days of Christmas. Now we're starting this in October because that gives you time to purchase any supplies and make your cards ready. Okay, so today I'm actually making a little house. I don't know if you can see it. Let's zoom in. Okay, and I'm showing you how to make this because I am making it in 2 other projects, and it would take quite a lot of time for me to add this into my other projects, so I'm making it now so you can come back to this video and make your house and then attach it to my other projects. So this one actually has a little gap in the roof here. I've just decided I don't like that, so it's going to be slightly different. I'm going to try and fill this in. So let's start. Let's come out again. No, always go in when I mean to come out. Let me show you what we're going to be using. We're going to be using the Farmhouse Christmas bundle. So it comes with framelits. It's a fantastic set. We're only using one of the framelits for this actual house. In fact, you could probably get away with not using it if you didn't need to. And we are going to be using some crumb cake, and this is 17 by 9.5 centimetres. I'm also using a piece of the wood textures, I believe it's called, DSP. So this is a 6x6 pack, and it comes in lots of different wood colours. So I have a piece of that. I have a piece of 6x6 centimetres cherry cobbler, and this is 6x5 centimetre cherry cobbler. And you also need a scrap of Whisper White and some scraps of cherry cobbler. So I'm going to start with our base and some scoring. Let's just bring my scoreboard in. So on our 17 centimetre side, I'm going to go to the 1 centimetre on this side and score. Then I'm going to move it along to the 3 centimetre score there as well. And now I'm going to turn it round. So now my score lines are on the left hand side, and I'm going to score at 9 centimetres and then 11 centimetres. Now we're going to be doing the 9.5 centimetre side. So again, we're going to score at the 1 centimetre on this side, and the reason we do it on this side is because it's much easier. So if you've got it round this way, it's hard to get it straight. This way it's much easier because you've got all the paper on this side. And then we're going to go to the 3 centimetre on this side, so exactly the same as we did the other time. Turn it round, and now we're going to score at 7.5 centimetres. And that is all of our scoring completed. I'm just going to do a little bit of burnishing. Fold and burnish all your lines, all your score marks. Okay, and now we're going to do a little bit of cutting. So this is going to be the top of our house. This is going to be the base of our house. So we do not need any of this here or this bit here. We're also going to be getting rid of this bit here. So let's cut. So I'm going to start just by cutting up like we would a normal box. We're going to cut up our score lines to the first score line. This, as I said, this is the bottom of our box, and we can get rid of this bit. Make a little tab. So this is going to be our tab for sticking our house together. Okay, so far so good. And now we're going to cut up here. Fold these pieces down, and we're going to cut that bit off because we don't need it. Okay, so our box is going to go together like this. let's get no, we're going to do the next stage before I start sticking it down. We are now going to be using the house stamp, and I'm going to be stamping onto my designer series paper. Okay, so I've cut that 3 times. Sorry, I've stamped it 3 times, and now I've cut out the pieces that we're going to need. So there we go. So I've cut out these 2 pieces here. So that piece just didn't need the roof. The front piece, again, we do not need the roof. And then I've, using the cherry cobbler, I have stamped just the porch and the door. And I'm just paper piercing these. I've just put a little bit of I've put some so I've totally thrown them because my dog's trying to get in the room. I've put some of these little mini dimensionals, and I'm going to pop them on there, and I've put one on the back of the door as well, and I'm going to pop that on there. So you could do all of your shutters, and I think that would look great. You could use some designer series paper, so you've got a little bit of a pattern on it like I did with this one. I used a piece of the designer series paper there, but for the purposes of this video I don't have time to do that, but it would look good. Okay, so I've brought in my base, and this is going to be the front of my box. So I'm going to put this on here. I'm just going to stick it on, just with a bit of Tombow. And we're going to put it right down, you can't see, right down to the bottom of that score line. So it's going to be at the bottom of our box. And stick that down. And then these pieces, they need to be cut down a little bit more. They're going to go on there. And so these should have been cut to 2 centimetres really. So I'm going to stick that one on there. And the other one on the other side. Can't believe it's Christmas. Well, it's not really Christmas, it's actually the beginning of September I'm filming. But this video's going out beginning of August. No, October. Going backwards. Oh. Luckily you get a little bit of wiggle room with this Tombow glue. There we go. Okay, so now I'm going to be using tear and tape. And I'm going to stick some down this side here. And to put our box together, if I can find the end. And also, if you flip it over, it's going to go on the inside there. And before we start putting the box together, I'm also going to just snip this little flap off the top here. There we go. So let's put this together. So the box should just go straight over if you've got the measurements correct. And there's the beginning of that box. So now we're going to do the bottom. So fold your 2 small bits in, and then the back piece, and then the front piece goes last, and that keeps the front of your box neat. So there we go. This is the beginning of our house, and then I'm going to put some tear and tape across here, which probably would have been easier to do before I started putting the box together. Who wants to do it the easy way though, eh? And then we're going to stick that down. So it's going to go over like this, so we're making the point of our roof. Okay, so now I'm going to show you the complicated bit, and it's complicated because I've made this up. I've just made it up. I was so desperate to fill that little gap in that I came up with this idea, and I'm sure there's going to be a much simpler way to do it, and if you know a simpler way to do it, please do that. So I've got a piece of, I'm just using a piece of scrap paper here just so you can see it, but do this on cherry cobbler or whatever colour the roof is, because it's going to be seen. So it's 6 centimetres across, and I don't know what it is at the top, but it doesn't need to be any more than 4 centimetres. And I'm going to put like a dot at 3 centimetres, one at 4 and one at 2. Let's come in a bit closer. And then from our 3 centimetre dot, I'm going to just put a line, and it's going to be about 1.8 centimetres up, just like that, so we can see that is going to be the point of our roof. And then you need to come from the point to the end, and again on the other side. And you can do this with a pencil. You can just use the other side so nobody's going to see it. Right, and now we need to bring in our little scoring marker. I'm going to go from the top to our first dot there. And then exactly the same from the point to our number 2 centimetre. So there'll be 2, 3, 4 centimetre. And then we just need to cut this out. So this is not the perfect way to do it. It's just a way that I came up with when I was in a bind. And then we're going to just fold our score lines so we get sort of like a kite, and then turn it over, cut those pieces off. And we don't need those, and this is what we're left with, just this sort of little triangle piece. Okay? And I have cut mine out in cherry cobbler. So I didn't fold this one, just in case, so I could show you. Fold it over, cut these bits off. So now I have 2 of these, one for each end. And now we're going to bring in our little cherry cobbler squares that we had. So this is the 6x6, and what we're going to do with this, we're going to put it in our big shot. So I'm going to bring my platform in and then come back out again so you can see. Oh, what is going on? What's going on with my lighting today? So I have my 6x6 piece of cherry cobbler, and I have this new, it's like a corrugated, I can't remember what it's called, but I'll put it on the screen. What are these called? Embossing folder. So this is my corrugated embossing folder. I'm going to put that in like that. And because this is a really deep textured embossing folder, this is how we use our sandwich. So you take this one away like you would when you're embossing. You put your embossing folder down, and you only use one plate. My plate's really, really dirty, and that is how you put it through your big shot, just like that. And I've already done one, and here it is. And here is my other piece ready to go. And all we're going to do with this, I need to bring my scoreboard in actually. So on the 5 centimetre side, we're going to go to 2.5 centimetres, so halfway, and score. And that's it. So we've just got one line straight through the middle. Right, and I'm going to come back in close now because I'm going to be doing some close-up work. I'm just going to fold that, and that is going to be a top of our roof. So it's going to go on like this. So I'm going to be sticking the little flaps on the side of our triangles, and they're going to be sticking to our roof here. And I'm going to use just a little bit of Tombow. So it sticks like this. Once I've got it on here, I'll show you close up. So it's going to be, I'll put it down, I don't know what's going on with my lighting today. So it's going to be stuck on like that, and then we're going to put a bit of glue on the other side. And that's going to go like that. And if you can just see now that it's just starting to form a roof of some description. I'm sure it would leak. And then just do exactly the same on the other side. And so I'm just going to leave that to dry. And now we've got our piece that we've embossed, and we're just going to fold that in half. This is going to be the top of our roof. And I'm going to be using glue dots. And here are my glue dots. I have a real love-hate relationship with glue dots. I mean, they're great because they're so sticky and they stick really well. They work really well. Now these are not Stampin' Up! Glue dots because before I became a demonstrator, I had loads of glue dots, and so I'm using them all up before I buy the Stampin' Up! Ones. And I had so many, I've stuck that to the table now. See, I hate them. Love-hate relationship. They're great because they stick down, but I get them stuck to everything. Get in a muddle with them. So I'm just putting these on the inside of our corrugated roof, and then I'm going to put it on top of the one that we made previously. And it should be a little bit longer. We want it to be a bit longer. There we go. And now we're going to bring in our little dinky house, and I'm going to be putting some glue, some Tombow glue on the inside, and then we're just going to pop our house roof in there. And it should actually fit quite snugly. Okay, and then just to decorate it a tiny bit more, we have, I mean, you could do lots and lots more decorating with this. I have cut out and coloured in this little tiny Christmas wreath that comes in the stamp set, and it's got a little dimensional on the back, and I'm just going to stick this on the top. I mean, this would look great with some fake snow on it or some glitter. And there we go. Here's number one that I made earlier. And on this one I used some different DSP, Design Series paper, and also this one is a tiny bit thicker. I'll take my hands away, can you see properly? Don't know what's going on with the light. And this because I'm using it for a different project. But all it is just, this is 2.5 centimetres and this one's 2 centimetres at the side. And there are these two cute houses. Other ideas you can do, you can use different colours obviously, and you could stamp these ones so they're higher, so you've got like a tower block. I'm going to be doing quite a lot of different styles as well, but these are the ones that we need for the two projects that I'm going to be doing. So I hope you enjoyed watching this.